Running to me has been so special. The running community, the friends that I've made, the places that I've seen, the races that I've run, just I know I can go anywhere in the world and there's going to be a parkrun there or a community there that I can go and join. And running is that communal, that universal language that we all speak. There is no completing running, there is no end to it, and it's just going to be with me for life.
He's my son. We just finished the shakeout. We're about to go pick up our bib at the Expo for my last ever bib collection, for my last ever major. So let's go. They legit clap for everyone that's getting their 6-star. But this is a really nice, bag, like quality-wise, compared to other Expo bags. But we'll do a quick what's in the Expo bag compared to a magazine. You got London should really hand these out, bro. The amount of times I'm like sniffling and yeah, we need these antihistamines, some Band-Aid, a protein shake. And this is all stuff you get before the race, and some pins. And some other stuff in there that I can't show you, but let's go. So we just got to the Whoop pub now. This pop-up's been going on all week. Cadence are in there as well, which is fantastic. But Herc's actually going to be on a panel at 2 o'clock. So we're just gonna watch him basically spill some absolute marathon mentality wisdom. Hopefully there's a gem in there somewhere that we can fit within a minute, but if not, I'll summarize what he said and the lessons I learned on my way to the start line tomorrow, because he's a smart guy. Numbers, bro.
Alright, what's up guys? Thank you for being here. What a turnout, wow. I think in life, you either choose yourself or in your life and choose it for you. Encourage people to make a decision to view it that way.
How are you feeling for tomorrow, bro? I've done 40,000 steps so far today, so it's the best taper I've had in a while now. I feel alright. Obviously, I'm not racing tomorrow, so there isn't so much pressure on it being like a crazy race or race performance. So I actually, probably this is the most like comfortable or laid back I've been before a race ever. And it's my sixth star. So I'm just kind of really want to soak in the moment. I really want to take it in, and I really want to enjoy a course that I've like earned to be here for. It's one of the only races you have to qualify for. So I'm kind of just, yeah, the hard work is done behind me, and I can't wait to finish my 6-star.
I've done so many marathons and I still not get the bib pinning right. Just like angle it perfectly, you know?
Yeah, so it's morning of final major. How does this sort of compare to your first race or your first major?
In terms of pressure, what pressure? I mean, there's no pressure on this one. I'm kind of excited to finish it. I saw someone wear one of these on the first ever major, and I'm like, that looks so sick. And never in my head did I think I'd never travelled to Tokyo before. I'd never travelled to any of those cities before except London and New York. I was like, never in my head would I get a chance to do all 6, or if I did, it would take me forever. But I genuinely thought after London that was going to be my last marathon, and now I'm here completing my 6th one only 5 years later, or 5 years on. Couldn't be more grateful, but also I think because of the fact that this has been many years in the making, I've decided to not put any pressure on this race whatsoever. I really just want to go out there and enjoy what running has been able to provide me as a sport and as a community, and I don't think I could have done that if I'd put the pressure on trying to get a time. So no time in mind, therefore no pressure, just out here to enjoy the purity of the sport, which was to just put one foot in front of the other over and over until I crossed that finish line 26 miles later. So all good in the hood.
We're here at the finish line of Boston Marathon because we're going to drop our bags and then get driven all the basically through the course back to the start line. So this is the one race where you see the finish line before you see the start, and I'm going to be here in about 5-6 hours, so who knows. But I can't wait to cross that finish line because they're setting up now and it just looks like so iconic, and I'm getting more excited. I am getting more excited. Cold, but super excited to cross this major.
What's the energy feel like for the around the city?
Atmosphere of the city, you can feel a marathon happening. I think a lot of people know the difference between this one is like a lot of people have earned it here. This can't be someone's first marathon technically, because you had to have qualified for the most part. So like everyone has a little sense of appreciation for everyone else that's here, and they know like what it took to be here at the start line, and it's a very nice atmosphere. Not elitist at all though. People that say Boston's an elitist marathon, I'm not sensing that in the slightest. But I'm excited to be a part of this group that crossed the line today on the, I think it's the 126th Boston Marathon. So yeah.
How you feeling about the school bus vibe?
So yeah, first day of school vibes. The fact that you're riding a school bus to the start line is jokes. So American, so American.
You ready?
Somewhat. As ready as I'll ever be. I'll catch you in a few hours. Honestly, probably one of the best majors I've done. Like, Boston's insane. The race is like so fun. The course is a bit challenging. It's a bit hard. It's a lot of hills, up, down, no left, no right. Apparently, it's only 5 turns, which was great. But it was a really difficult course. Very fun course. A lot of crowds, like overwhelmingly good crowds. Probably I'd say second or maybe third in terms of marathon major crowds, because New York is top and then London is a close second. But Boston was like a medal. It's a medal. Legs wise, I felt fine. Ran pretty much the whole marathon in zone 2. Forgot to pack any gels in the whole race, so I was like taking what I can from the start line. I ended up grabbing like 5 gels, which isn't a lot for a marathon. It was like 50 grams of carbs an hour, which is like half of what I'd normally have. But phenomenal race. But it's not about the race. It's about crossing that finish line and the whole, like the journey as a whole. And I think my 6-star journey has been a 7-star now technically. Has been a long time coming. Well, for me, a long time coming, and a very accomplished race. I was trying to play it cool and thinking about like what's the best way to look sick while trying to tell this story, and I don't have a sick way of saying it. Like, I'm actually just proud of myself for being able to do it. I think it's cool to take stock of what you've actually been able to do. It's cool to walk around and be like, yeah, I did that and I got that medal, and I acknowledge that I wouldn't have been able to do it without like the brands that support me, you guys that support me, you know, that watch my videos and allow me to be able to tell these stories through my like point of view. And
Ah, boy.
what are you saying, G?
How was it, bro? You good?
It's good, man.
Keep your hook.
Appreciate it. No, it's good. I'm sorry, I should get up. I feel terrible greeting you like that. Yeah, it is cool. I'm so like, I think it's cool. This medal was cool. This medal was cool. Being able to run majors is cool. Being able to travel and like do what I love doing in it, and having someone that can document it with me. And yeah, no, I'm really, really grateful for you guys' support. And I think this one for me wasn't about crossing the finish line in a specific time, although I had it in the back of my mind. I wanted to run sub 3. That's just been a benchmark number for me, and the whole time I was thinking while running that race is like, I still remember my first marathon, my first major, London 2022, I think. I say I remember it and I forget the date, but London, see you in a sec, but London, where I ran a 4 hour, I think it was 8 minutes or 4 hour, 12 minutes. I really can't remember that, the time I crossed the line. But again, marathons were never about a time for me. But just the progress from my first major to now my most recent and my 6th major, and the fact that I can run that pace quite comfortably. But it was never about a pace. It was just a really, really good race. And I think I really want to now kick the feet up, because I have 6 days to head back to London, which we're in the airport now. Really quick turnaround. Get back to London and yeah, get ready for my 2:30, which is going to be a fun one. But I think, I don't know, man. Races are hard. Marathons are hard in general, and crossing the finish line of any marathon is one of the most emotional places on the planet. And being able to see all my friends today wasn't about a time. It was about really taking stock and appreciating what running has been able to do for me, and the people that have made this possible. And that's what I was thinking about during the race. And I tried to stop as many times as I could in that race to greet friends in the crowd, greet strangers in the crowd, and yeah, really, really soak it in. And that's what I spent today doing. Alright, so this was supposed to be filmed when I'd gotten back from Boston, but it's taken me quite a while to get around to doing this. So there was just a few more questions that I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about and just discuss in terms of like, just a few things I wanted to get off my chest when it came to the running industry and like my journey with running and everything. So the first question, and I have them written down, but the first question I had was, what is the biggest thing you've learned about both running and yourself? And I think there's been a few lessons I've learned on this running journey, most of which is that if you really truly set your mind towards something and think you can achieve it, then the only thing left between you and achieving that goal is figuring out the steps and figuring out the distance between where you currently are and where you want to go, and then the steps that it will take to get you there. And then just doing it like that. I know it sounds so simple, but that's the one thing about running. It's like you get out of it what you put in, and I think that's something that can be transferred and taken into many facets of life, and it's so incredible, man. It's honestly one of my favorite sports, and the fact that it never ends just means that you can always get faster, you can always run further, and you can always just continue running. And that's the thing. There is no completing running. There is no end to it, and it's just going to be with me for life. So that's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite things about running. The biggest thing that I've learned about myself is that I can do hard things. Yeah, like I can do things that challenge me and push me, and I can create a version of myself that doesn't yet exist. And running is the vessel, is the tool that has allowed me to discover that within myself. Is something that I've proven to myself time and time again, and maybe not all the time. Sometimes you get setbacks and sometimes you get failures, and that's also a part of running. You can't just get faster every single time you do it, but that I can do hard things, and I can set my mind towards something, and I can achieve goals that I didn't think were capable. It's about growing and becoming a new version of yourself with each iteration, with each race. And lastly, I just want to say that running to me has been so special. The running community, the friends that I've made, the places that I've seen, the races that I've run,
James says it best, even when we don't speak the same language, everyone understands one foot in front of the other. Running is that communal, that universal language that we all speak. And I can go to a run club on the other side of the world, or I can go to a park run on the other side of the world, and I know that I can find like-minded people. And I think that's what's so special about running. It's so inclusive, and it's for everyone. So this is basically just an ode and a testament and a nod and a thank you to you guys for supporting me and helping me, inspiring me to continue creating this content. But thank you to running, and thank you to the World Majors and the Six Stars and everyone that's involved, and the volunteers and the people that make this happen. Like, you lot have created something so much bigger than just a medal, or just 6 medals, or just a race. Boston to me was just the end of a very, very long story, and a story that I continue or plan to continue to tell going into the future. And this is just, yeah, a massive thank you to running. I'm forever indebted to you. You have completely changed my life, and I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.